I'm your Commissioner, Landon Davis, bringing you the latest updates and recap of the Mully Boys Fantasy Football League. And Week 6 is in the books. 6 weeks down, 6 to go, halfway there. And we start this week with my matchup, where I was able to get another win, moved to 6-0, scoring 134.1 points, which is a pretty strong showing. Then we moved to the matchup between Josh Johnson and Drayden Ray. And Josh stepped it up. He did. He was 0-5. This week he came in and put some work in. But he still lost. 128 to 119. But that is the most points he scored. Drayden gets the win, and Josh moves to 0-6. Excuse me. Then we go to the matchup between Thomas Nielsen and Ben Watts. And this was our pillow fight of the week. And not only was it the pillow fight of the week, it was the most heartbreaking loss of the season. Thomas Nielsen wins 102.5 to 102. A half-point loss for Ben Watts, which is devastating. And speaking of Ben Watts, I look down this bench. He definitely could have won. Literally, if he would have played like any other of the players that he did, he would have won. 21 on his bench, 15 from a running back, when his running backs got 3.8 and 10. So, Ben, back-to-back weeks you have won. This bench crazy. But that was not the only heartbreaking loss this week. There was another 2-point loss in the game between Jacob Clapp and Alex Brigger. And back-to-back weeks, Alex Brigger scores 136 points and loses. That is devastating. And Jacob Clapp, with 138.1, is this week's most dominant force of the week. So at this point, everyone in the league, except for 2 people, is 3-3 or better. So really, there's only 2 people that are worrying about the SAT right now. Ben Watts, who started out 2-0 and is now 2-4, losing 4 straight, and still Josh Johnson, who has not won a game yet. So I'm here with Commissioner's Questions with Josh Johnson, who gets to be in the video this week, which
Thank
is
goodness
exciting.
for that.
But Josh, what I want to know is, you're playing Ben Watts this week.
Yeah.
What is the last thing to make Ben Watts cry, and why?
The last thing to make Ben cry was when he looked in the mirror and realized he had not made any gains in the gym in 4 years. His man titties are still man titties.
That's it. So I'm here with Commissioner's Questions with Jacob Clapp. And Jacob, I want to know, you played Vinny this week.
Yeah.
What is the most recent thing to make Vinny cry, and why?
So I feel like the thing that would make him cry most recently would be he comes off as like a big baby to me. And so the man's probably not that good of a pitcher. And so I imagine he gave up a home run and he cried on the mound. Cried right there on the mound.
Probably hung the change up.
Yep.
Somebody took him deep. You play Josh Johnson this week.
Yes, I do.
The 0-6 Josh Johnson.
Very excited about that.
And it's a gimme. And I want to know, what is the most recent thing to make Josh cry, and why?
Before I answer this question, I got to give a shout out to my Gamecocks for going to Athens, Georgia, and beating number 3 Georgia. Go Cox.
That's a great win.
But the thing that I think would make Josh cry would probably be him getting his tattoo, and then after going through all that pain, nobody likes it.
Tattoo fail. Benjamin Watts, back-to-back champ of this bench. You play Drayden this week.
Yes.
What is the most recent thing to make Drayden cry, and why?
I think it would be for him, he's trying to grow his hair out, but as he's looking in the mirror, trying to look at the lettuce coming out, he realizes there's a slight bald spot instead.
Like 21 years old, already going a little bald up top.
It happens.
Oh, gosh. You play Alex this week.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most recent thing to make Alex cry, and why?
Probably when he tried to grow out his flow, and then it wasn't working at all.
See, interestingly enough, Alex said the same thing about you. No, you played me this week. What do you think was the most recent thing that made me cry, and why?
I'd like to say this Sunday, when the Redskins got their first win.
First, dude.
And
First win of the year.
Probably when they didn't convert that 2-point conversion. I'd say you probably cried right there.
Taking down the big bad Dolphins, baby. Thomas Nielsen this week. And I don't know the last time he cried, but I know probably the time he cried the most. I would have to say it's Operation Vesrenbom when the Germans invaded Denmark in 1940. Probably the time he cried the most. I haven't seen Vinny all week. He scored like not even 70 points, lowest of anyone all year. Can you see him? Vinny Adams. You are this week's Where He At.